Now at 6, a former Washington state auditor suggests a thorough review is needed of taxpayer financing of daycare centers. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Mary Naum. It comes amidst growing calls on a national level for accountability of child care centers and allegations of fraud. KOMO senior reporter Chris James is live in Seattle with our top story tonight. Chris?
Yeah, Mary, the allegations from Minnesota to Ohio to here in Washington state have consumed social media, with viral influencers suggesting corruption within the financing of these daycare centers. Well, now a former state auditor is suggesting that there should be a thorough review here.
I think what you want to do is figure out who authorizes these disbursements. You know, and where.
If there is one person who understands the need to audit major public spending, it may be Brian Sonntag.
If you've got 3 kids in a daycare versus a much smaller amount if you've got 60 kids in a daycare, what are those factors? And find out who's responsible for those disbursements and making those decisions, and start there.
Is that a relatively easy question to answer?
Yeah, that one is.
Sonntag, a Democrat, served for 20 years as state auditor.
This is a lack of oversight.
Flagging contracts at the Port of Seattle and WashDOT.
You cannot use public resources for personal use.
He looks at state audits like this 2024 document involving the Department of Child, Youth, and Families that suggests a lack of internal controls for the distribution of millions of taxpayer dollars as an example of a need for clarity.
You've got to be accountable over those dollars and be able to demonstrate to the public the controls in place to safeguard that public money.
Is there a lot of room for misinterpretation here with what's going on, given the amount of dollars and the amount of providers that we're talking about?
Sure there is. And again, that goes back to why the transparency is so important.
DCYF says it only pays providers after services have been rendered and attendance records are verified with random monthly audits.
There are questions, and I'm not saying they aren't answerable, but you don't know until you get the answers. The fact that there are other states involved with similar questions, I don't know how similar or what the relationships might be. The public, as well as state government, certainly needs answers. They expect, demand, and deserve answers to these questions.
Sonntag battled with the Port of Seattle for a couple of years over allegations of fraud there, and he makes that point and that example to discuss that these are the kind of investigations that can take months or years. Mary and Preston.
Chris, we have a former auditor speaking out. What is the governor and the attorney general saying about this?
Well, we know Nick Brown, the attorney general, has suggested that he will examine any sort of fraud investigations, also saying he has heard plenty about harassment at some of these daycare centers. Governor Bob Ferguson also on record saying that he would want to pursue any sort of fraud allegation if it exists. We still are waiting to hear more from the governor as this goes forward, because we have not at this point heard anything from DCYF, which is an agency that has not presented anybody officially to us for an interview. We'll stay on top of it, though.
Chris, thank you very much. Time to scan the QR code on your screen to vote in tonight's KOMO Pulse poll. Should an independent auditor be appointed to investigate potential fraud in our daycare system? Taking a look at the live results, 97% say yes, 3% say no. You can still vote, and we'll update the results for you tonight at 11.